Cab at 7th and Daly in South Philadelphia. The motive appears to be robbery. Police say Mercer was trying to back away from his assailant when he was shot. The cab crashed into a van parked near the intersection. A gun clip, apparently from the murder weapon, was found nearby. Police say the gunman was described to them as a 25-year-old Asian man, medium build, wearing all black clothing. And there's more. 3 minutes later, at 2:11 a.m., 19-year-old Kelsey Dark was found shot to death in the 1800 block of Kinsey Street in the Frankford section of the city. Earlier last night on Wishart Street in North Philadelphia, 21-year-old Sean Walker was gunned down in an apparent drive-by shooting. And finally, a man was shot at 10:30 last night here at Chew in Montana in the Mount Airy section of the city. 30-year-old Anthony Best died 2 hours later at Germantown Hospital. For the second night in a row, 4 people murdered in the city of Philadelphia. Counting dead bodies may not be a measure of the quality of life, but the statistics bring home the grim reality of our times. 231 people have been killed in Philadelphia this year. That's 48 more victims, a 26% increase over this same period last year. And last year set a record. For Philadelphia cops, it's much more than numbers on a television screen.
The Grim Reaper is working overtime, and so are Philadelphia's homicide detectives. These men have been on the job since last midnight, working on 4 separate murders. They're still at it, chasing down leads 16 hours later.
He came out and told the guys to knock it off. They walked away, Bonald kept it up. They were going Bonald down.
If something happens on a case where something has to be done, it's not something you can put on the back burner. It has to be done, and they'll continue on and get the job done.
It's been like this all year, new cases piling up at a record-breaking rate. You'd expect them to burn out, but the homicide detectives seem to thrive on the pressure.
They seem to really get better. The busier we are, the better they perform.
This place is almost a second home for the detectives. In fact, some of them spend more time here than at home. When an officer comes to work here, he or she has to be prepared to sacrifice a lot.
You make plans to go to graduations, weddings, even funerals, and sometimes you just can't be there.
They sometimes work round the clock, eating their meals at their desks. It's a physically and mentally demanding job. They seem to feed off the adrenaline, the thrill of the hunt, and the satisfaction of following a case from start to finish.
Detective Gross, homicide.
These homicide detectives may not always get their man, but they come close. They resolve more than 80% of their cases, one of the highest clearance rates in the country.
If you commit the crime or murder in Philadelphia, the probability of your being arrested is very great.
The pressure is on the homicide unit, and there appears to be no let-up. But the men and women here keep working relentlessly toward the payoff, the moment when they can pull a file from the overflowing cabinets and mark it, case closed. David Henry, Channel 6 Action News.